as we explored the wonders of the world, there are so many questions that we ask ourselves, like, why is the sky so blue? Or what killed the dinosaurs? Or how many stars are up in the sky? Or which Sonic the Hedgehog character is the best? Hey, what's up everyone? It's Director E here, and today I'm very excited to do this one because we'll be counting down my top 10 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Now, as you probably know, I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. What I love about the series so much is that I love how they create some really awesome characters, especially giving them some cool designs, especially for both males and the female characters. Also, I really love how they really give out some awesome designs for them. So that is why I'm coming up with the idea for my top 10 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Now, I already did this one before. It was probably from 2019. But as I stated out, I'm turning a new leaf and I decided to redo or re-upload some new top 10 videos. Well, some old ones I did and giving them a little update for a little while. Because like I said, I want to give you guys a chance to know me a little better by updating some few top 10 lists. So with that, I'll be recounting down my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Well, there are some few characters from my last list, kind of like this from before. Some few characters, well, mostly 9 were still in there. However, I decided to replace one character in there. So with that, if you haven't seen this before, then make sure you follow along. And if you haven't seen this before and you've seen some few familiar characters from my last list, and then go on ahead. Yep. So with that, I can't wait to start this. Now, before I want to start off, I want to give you some little notes. One, of course, it's going to be including some Sonic the Hedgehog characters. So, of course, I'm going to include the blue blur Sonic the Hedgehog in there. And second one, this list, I'm only going to be including some few game characters, only introduced from the games. So, no comic books or TV shows or anything that was exclusive that wasn't from the video games. You know what I mean, right? Anyway, I can't wait to do this one because, as you know, I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. So with that, let's get started. Number 10 is Zavik. Okay, so out of some few Sonic villains, I think Zavik is a pretty cool villain. Well, Sonic villain intact. I like the concept of this character and how he can be ruthless, selfless, and pretty much a very dangerous leader of the deadly Zix, because he would do anything to make sure that his victims will go down. He is really be a Sonic villain, and he's got one pretty wicked design of him, so that is why I like Zavik so much that I decided to add him at number 10. Yep. Number 9 is Jet the Hawk. Okay, so Sonic has a fair share of some rivals besides Shadow the Hedgehog, and Jet is a pretty cool one to have. I decided to put Jet up here because he's got a really awesome design. I mean, I love the design so much. How he's a bird-like character instead of a mammal or some other animal character or design like Sonic. But anyway, I'm such a huge fan of this design that I really want to add him in there. I also love his personality, that he's somewhat a pretty chill, a pretty cool, and a really confident and leader. And of course, like how I stated out, he's a really cool rival for Sonic to have for racing, much like Shadow. Oh, but anyway, I think Jet is a really cool Sonic character that I decided to add him on this list. Number 8 is Tails. Okay, so Tails wasn't in my last list, but I decided to add him in because he might be one of the best side characters for Sonic, not only acting as Sonic's sidekick, but also as a partner, a close brother, and a really close and loyal best friend to Sonic, because he is such a great character to be with Sonic. And not only that, he's great with machines and acting as the brain of Sonic's teams in most of the games. And of course, I love playing with Tails during the Sonic racing games, so that is why I decided to add him into this list. Well, mainly because I decided to replace a character, but other than that, I think Tails is a really cool character, so that's why he's on this list. Yep. Okay then. Number 7 is Dr. Eggman. Okay, so as you know, Dr. Eggman is my favorite video game villain of all time, but as a Sonic the Hedgehog character, he's my number 7th favorite character. Anyway, Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, whatever you want to call it, is the villain that never gives up on conquering the world and turning it into the Eggman Empire, and most importantly, he will do anything to destroy Sonic the Hedgehog. I also love this character so much because he is smart and cunning and a perfect villain to trick any hero to doing whatever he wants. You can ask Knuckles that, because he tricked him a lot. Dr. Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman, as I like to call him, is such a perfect villain, so that is why I decided to add him into this list, even though he was mentioned in my video game villain list. But as a Sonic character, he's definitely the one that deserves to be on this list. Number 6 is Amy Rose. Okay, so Amy Rose might be my second favorite female Sonic character because the best part about her, besides Sonic CD, she doesn't act like the damsel in distress most of the times. She is strong, courageous, and have the leadership skills to fight off against Dr. Eggman sometimes, and of course, any villains at all. And especially with that Pico Pico hammer, she's definitely a character that you don't want to mess with, because if you try to, you'll get smushed by the hammer. And to her determination and loyalty to her love interest, she won't give up until she wins the heart of Sonic the Hedgehog. So with that, she is such a great character because of her arc and her determination and her courageous leadership skills. Amy Rose deserves to be in this list because she's amazing. Yep. Number 5 is Knuckles the Echidna. I love this character so much because when I was young, he kind of reminded me of Wolverine from X-Men, somewhat grumpy but strict in battling and missions that he take, like find the shattered pieces of the Master Emerald, and he does whatever it takes to protect it with his life, even if he has to break it sometimes. And I especially love the design of this character. He may look like he's a small and skinny character, but don't be fooled. He's a very strong character, especially with the hands with a boxing glove, gloves with spikes with it, making him a very dangerous warrior. Especially from the movies, Knuckles really showed off why you shouldn't mess with him. So that is why I decided to put Knuckles in this list. However, I'm not a big fan of the Sonic Boom Knuckles because he's kind of dumb and I'm not really a big fan of him that much. So that is why I prefer this Knuckles and why he deserves to be on this spot. And he's one of the few characters that I love playing so much in most Sonic games. Him so much that I really want to add him into this list. Yep, that's Knuckles the Echidna. Number 4 is Vector the Crocodile, also known as the Hip Hop Detective and the leader of the detective team, the Chaotix. Vector is one cool croc. Now, as for the other members of the Chaotix, SBO is alright, but Charmy B is kind of annoying, so that is why I love Vector the Crocodile, mainly because I love its character designs, and he may not look like it, but he is one awesome and one smart detective. Definitely one of the ones that you want on your side. During Sonic Heroes, he kind of figured out the man behind the walkie-talkie. If you haven't seen the cutscenes or played Sonic Hero before, then you'll know what I mean. Anyway, this character serves as both the brains and the bronze of the Chaotix, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of the design. And also, of course, I love playing this character during the Mario and Sonic and got the Olympic Games. So, yeah, he is such a great character so much that I really want to add him up higher in this list. He's just great. One of the cool Sonic characters so much. Okay then. Number 3 is Blaze the Cat. She is my favorite female Sonic character of all time. Pretty much my favorite female character of all time. I love this character so much. I love her character arc, her personality, her awesome fire powers, and the design. I love this character so much. I love her so much that I really want to add her up higher in this list. And she, of course, shined a lot during the Sonic Rush games and any other games. So, as well as for Sonic 06, not so much. Anyway, I just love her so much. I really want to add her in this list. She is such a great and a amazing character. I love her so much. And just like Vector, I loved playing her a lot during the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games so much. So that is why she's at top 3. She is just an amazing character. Well, I wish I could add her up in number 1, but I got 2 characters up higher than that. But anyway, Blaze, she's amazing. I really wanted to add her up in this list. Yep. Anyway, number 2 is Silver the Hedgehog. I love this Sonic character so much. I love the concept that he isn't much like Sonic and Shadow. He's his own person, especially with his character designs, his personality, and his power of telekinesis. This is a future fighter that he will do anything to protect the future, even going around on the past some few times. But other than that, Silver is such a great character. I love him so much that I decided to add him up in my top 3. And just like Vector and Blaze, I love playing with Silver the Hedgehog during the Mario and Sonic games, and including Team Sonic Racing. Other than that, Silver is such a great character that is why I say I'm at number 3. Yep. Alrighty then. And before I have to my number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. This includes Shadow the Hedgehog, Cream the Rabbit, Mighty the Armadillo, and E-123 Omega. Okay, so Shadow was in this list before, but as you probably could tell, Shadow, in my opinion, he's a little bit overrated sometimes, so that is why I decided to replace him. But other than that, he's a cool character, so that's why I am in honorable mentions. For Cream the Rabbit, I didn't really like her that much, but she started to grow on me. I love the cute design of her, and I also love the fact that sometimes Cream can also soften the grumpiest and the serious type of characters, like Blaze, for example. And for Mighty, when I first saw Mighty, I thought he was a comic book character, but then when I saw him in the games, I'm like, oh, he's a classic Sonic game character. Other than that, I'm a big fan of Mighty. He's actually a pretty cool Sonic character. I'm not a big fan of Ray, however, but other than that, Mighty is a really cool classic Sonic character. As for E-123 Omega, or Omega for short, he's a pretty a robot to have for Team Dark. I especially love the design. I especially love how he sides off against Dr. Eggman for abandoning him. Other than that, though, here are the honorable mentions. Yep. All right. Are you guys ready? Here is my number one pick for my top 10 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters of all time. Number one is Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, he would be in this list, especially as number one. He's high in this list because he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He's brave, risk taking, selfless, caring, and doing whatever it takes to stop the bad guys. And of course, very fast. He is such an amazing character that I really want to add him in number one. I just love this character so much. He's amazing. And he's definitely the person that you would want as a friend, because in most games, Sonic was the character that befriended anyone he could throughout his adventures, and he knows how to help them turn their frowns upside down. He is such a great character, so that is why I decided to add him in number one, of course. Yep. And that's it. Sonic the Hedgehog has a huge fan base of many characters, so that is why it was really fun to count down my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have a favorite Sonic the Hedgehog character, then you can go on ahead, write down here below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for some more awesome videos coming real soon. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.